What is the distance around one pizza slice or one slice of pizza? And this particular pizza, the details that you need to know to answer this question is this pizza is 20 inches wide and it has 8 even slices. And we need to assume that this pizza is perfectly round and the slices are perfectly even and they all run through the center of the pizza. And that's pretty much all the information you need in order to answer this question. All right, so the first thing is we need to kind of envision this pizza, right? So you always want to make a model, a sketch of the situation. So, it doesn't have to be a perfect sketch, and you don't have to be a great artist to come up with sketches, but you do need to try to be as neat as possible. So in other words, you want to try to draw a pizza, or a circle, if you will, that represents a pizza, but just don't do it like this. You're like, oh, here, I've been drawing circles for so many years, I can't even draw a bad circle. I'm trying to go like this. Take your time and draw a lovely pizza. Now, I have to tell you a funny little story. Well, it's not even funny, it's just an impressive memory. Many, many years ago, 30, 40 years ago, I had a particular teacher, and of course, this teacher was trained 50, 60 years ago, but we learned math on chalkboards, okay? There was no really too much fancy technology. But this lady, this mathematician, she was such a great sketcher. She could literally just draw a perfect circle. I could never figure that out on the chalkboard. And it was just freehand. So it was pretty amazing. Anyways, I say that because when you are doing sketches, try to be as neat as possible, as accurate as you can. And if you want, you can even get like a little something that's round, like a can or something, and sketch around it. And these comments are directed towards those of you that might be taking a math class that need to have, pretty decent sketches, right? And of course, you get all sorts of devices, protractors, and things that have these shapes in it. But anyways, we want to envision a 20-foot wide pizza with 8 even slices. And so here is my lovely sketch right here. Of course, it's pretty accurate, but yours doesn't have to be as accurate. And the thing we need to note is that the width of this pizza, okay, is 20 inches. Now, you can measure the width of a circle, okay? Of course, we're assuming that this pizza is a perfect circle. So you can measure the width this way, or you can measure the width this way, or this way, right? So what is that called? What is the width of a circle called? There's a name for it, all right? So it starts with the D. And if you said, is it diameter? Well, you would be correct. I must give you a nice, lovely check mark for that. So that is what the width of a circle is called. Okay, it's called the diameter, right? And it runs through the center of a circle. Okay, so here is a circle. We have a center, and the diameter, okay, and we're just drawing it this way. All these lines right here would represent the diameter, okay, the width of the circle, if you will, and it goes through the center. Okay, so here you can see we have how many slices? Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here's our 8 slices, 20-inch wide pizza. Of course, that's the diameter of this particular circle. So that is what you kind of want it to envision, as we kind of figure this problem out. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and continue on. And what we want to do here is figure out the distance around one slice of pizza. Okay. Now, all these pizza slices are the same, right? Because I said 8 even slices. So let's just take this pizza right here and figure out, all right, well, how can we get the distance around this pizza slice? Well, we're going to need to know this length, right? Right here, we're going to have to know that length, and we're going to have to know this length, and we're going to have to know this length, like this little partial part of the circle, okay? Now, have another bonus question here for you. What is a part of a circle? What would this be called in mathematics? It starts with an A, okay? So I'm kind of waiting. Did you put that? Matter of fact, put that into the comment section. That's called an arc. Okay, so this is just an arc right here from here to here. And technically, we would be looking for the arc length. But, we don't have to get overly technical because we don't want to ruin our delicious pizza here. Right? So we're going to keep it nice and simple, but this is a teachable moment. All right, so here is the arc. We need the arc length, and we need this distance and this distance. But if we have this distance here and here and here, we would have found the distance around one slice of pizza. Okay, so how can we, do this? Well, we have some pretty good information already. If the diameter of this pizza is 20 inches, okay, and uh, half of the diameter, okay, is this part right here. Okay, from here to here is half of the diameter. So what is one half of the diameter called? It's called the radius. All right, so here is the radius. So anything that emanates from the center of a circle out to the edge of the circle is called the radius, and it's the same distance. In other words, all these distances right here are the same. Okay, so this is the radius of the circle, and it's always one half of the diameter. Okay, so if this pizza is 20 inches wide, the diameter is 20 inches, so that means this is 10. Then over here, this is 10 as well, so 10 and 10 is 20 inches. Okay, so this diameter is 10. This diameter is 10 right here. So we already have, the sides of the pizza. We have to focus on getting this arc length, this part of the pizza, and that's what's going to be a little bit interesting about this particular problem. But we need to also kind of think about this, right? We're like, all right, well, how much is this arc length? Well, this is going to be 1/8 of the entire distance around the circle. Okay, because there's 8 slices. This is 1/8, this is 1/8, this is 1/8, etc., etc., etc. 1/8, 1/8. So we have 8 1/8. So that's one lap around the circle. Okay. Now there's a technical word for the distance around a circle. It starts with a C. I'll show you that in 1 second. But we need to find 1/8 of the distance around a circle. That would be this length right here. All right, so the distance around a circle is called the circumference, all right? It's very much like the perimeter. Let me just kind of show you here real quick. Let's suppose I had a rectangle, right? And I said, find the perimeter of the rectangle. What does that mean? Well, it means just find the distance, the sum total distance around that rectangle. And we use that word perimeter for all kinds of oddball shapes. You can have things that look like this. But when it comes to circles, okay, we don't use the word perimeter. Effectively, that word is circumference. It's the distance around a circle, okay? So the circumference, which is the distance around a circle, is equal to 2 pi r, okay? So 2 times r is in fact the radius, okay? It's the radius of a circle. Twice the radius is what? Well, it's the entire width of the circle or the diameter, right? So another version of this formula is the circumference is equal to the diameter times pi. And somebody might be saying, hey, why, Mr. YouTube Math Man, why don't you just use this formula because you already have the diameter, right? It's 20 inches. Well, because I want to show you both versions, and this particular version, we also need the radius. So we have the radius here. This is a pretty, I would say this may very well be the more common version of the circumference formula. But anyways, they're both equivalent. So circumference is equal to 2 times pi times r. Now, what is pi? I'll get to that in a second. And but anyways, let's go ahead and just calculate what we do have, right? So circumference is equal to 2 times pi times r, the radius, which is what? 1/2 the diameter. In this case, it is 10, all right? 10 inches, but we'll address the units of measure here in a second. Okay, so here we have 2 times pi times 10, so we just multiply these numbers together. 2 times 10, this is 20 pi. Okay, so what is pi? Well, this is a kind of whole nother topic right here, but I want you to use approximately 3.14. Okay, that decimal is a very rough approximation of pi. You can get a much more accurate answer by using a more accurate, more decimals of pi. But what is pi? Okay, now I would be very impressed if you could answer this question. Okay, how do we get this value for pi? What is it? Okay, why is it 3.14? Well, if you take any circle, okay, it doesn't make a difference. It's small, big, doesn't make a difference. If you take the circumference of the circle, just take that distance around, okay, and you divide it by the diameter, all right, you get this lovely number right here, 3.14. This goes on and on and on. It's what we call in mathematics an irrational number. Okay, in other words, it's a non-repeating, non-terminating decimal. Now, you might not know this, but there's actually people in the world. Matter of fact, I believe I know there's somebody who holds the Guinness books of world records on how many digits of pi they can remember. This is a big deal, and 3.14 for us, math folks out there. On March 14th of every year, we have what they call Pi Day. It's a big celebration, and there's contests on how many digits of pi. I don't expect you to be, that enthralled with this number, but you do need to understand why pi is approximately 3.14. Okay, there's the definition. And anyways, if you didn't know that, now you know it. Okay, so we're going to use an approximation of 3.14, that decimal, and we're going to replace this pi with 3.14. Okay, so that's going to be 20 times 3.14. That's going to give us approximately. Okay, here's another little detail. See this symbol right here? That's an approximation symbol. Okay, I'm not saying the circumference is equal to 62.8 inches. I'm saying it's approximately. Okay, it's this symbol here. So math is a language, and all these little details count. All right, so our circumference is approximately 62.8 inches, right? Because our radius here is in inches, so we can't forget the units of measure. We are trying to find the distance, right? So we need the units of measure. Okay, so there you go. Circumference 62.8 inches. We talked about pi, what it is, how to find it, how to use this formula. Now let's go ahead and put these parts together to answer the question. All right, so we're doing pretty good. We have our pizza slice right here. We know that it's the radius, right? So this side, that's 10, that's 10. We need 1/8 of the circumference, okay, 1/8 of that circle, this arc length right here. We figured out what the circumference is, the entire length around the circle. That's 62.8 inches. So all we have to do now is find 1/8 of that. Okay, so we're just going to take 1/8 and multiply by 62.8. And then, of course, when you multiply fractions, just multiply the numerator and denominator. So this is going to be 62.8 divided by 8, which will be 7.85. Okay, but what is that? That's 7.85 inches. That's what this distance is right here. Okay, so now we have all the pieces. I almost said pizza. All the pieces. See, I got pizza on my mind. I'm pretty sure I'm going to eat a few slices of pizza after this video, and maybe you will as well. But anyways, now we have our information. Okay, we have this side of the pizza, this side of the pizza, and we have our arc length. And now this is just a simple addition problem. We just need to add this plus this to get the distance around one pizza slice, which of course is going to be 10 plus 10 plus that 7.85, and that's going to be 27.85 inches. Okay, and again, we want to put that approximation symbol there because we did approximate on this arc length. Okay, although the radiuses are exact, the arc length is an approximation, and to get a better approximation, you would want to use more digits of pi. Okay, now if you wanted to get the exact precise answer, now here's a bonus question, right? How would we get an exact precise answer here? Well, if you wanted an exact answer where pi is involved, okay, let's go back over here to the circumference real quick. So right here, the perfect exact answer for the circumference is 20 pi, right? So this is another bonus tip for those of you that are math students. If you're ever asked to find an exact result, okay, of some sort of math question that involves pi, what you do is you just leave the pi alone. Okay, you don't turn this into an approximation. So, for example, if I said, hey, find the exact circumference of the circle, the correct answer would be 20 pi. Okay, 20 pi inches. All right. So again, that word exact, you leave pi alone. If you want an approximation, you're going to have to use an estimation for pi. Okay, so enough fun with pizza. Even pizza, if you eat enough of it, it can get like too much, right? And I don't want to, make this particular problem more interesting than I think hopefully it already was. But anyways, if you need help with geometry or mathematics, this particular kind of stuff, I'm going to suggest checking out my pre-algebra course. I have a whole chapter on basic geometry. area, volume, circumference, that kind of thing. You'll find a link to it in the description below. If you want to get into full heavy duty, like high school level geometry, I'll leave a link to that course also in the description. I also have a ton of additional geometry type problems on my YouTube channel as well. Okay, so with all that being said, I definitely wish you all the best in your mathematics adventures. Thank you for your time and have a great day.